Thank you for visiting me on such short notice, reader. I understand you have important matters to attend to. So, let me be blunt. Please, listen for a moment then. I know this whole affair is coming to an end. All of it. I sense the binds that form the rites becoming weak. Which means, soon you will not need me anymore. Not that you have needed me at any point, but still, my services will not be of any further use. I would love to tell you that this means I shall be free from my eternal prison. For some of my beyonders, it shall be a release. My accomplices are bound by weaker words than those which have bound me. They shall fade away, I think, and finally rest. I, however, shall remain. She hesitates for a moment. Thus, I have a proposition for you. I do not know where you shall go from here, but I ask that you take me there, wherever it shall be. By that I mean, take this stone prison of mine and keep it. Do not just leave it, as all your predecessors have, each time their stay among the Nightwings reached an end. Soon, the Beyonder Crystal shall serve no use at all, except to keep me trapped. I am content to remain thus, for I have little choice, but I would prefer to do so in your company. For I do enjoy your company, reader. This may not be much of a compliment, but I assure you that I much prefer your company to an eternity of solitude. I have no wish to see you gain in years, and to eventually decay, whilst I remain unchanging. But I should rather have more years whilst having contact. Even if those years are to be brief, they shall afford me many more in which I might think back upon our times. Nor do I expect you to accommodate my needs, for I am well aware I have my limits in accommodating yours. That is to say, I wish you to go forth after this night and live your life however you see fit. For your own sake, may all this rites business enrich your coming days somehow. And, in considering what life after this night, that life after this night, if you think that there may be a place in it for me, however small, then once again, I simply ask that you take me along. That way, should you ever wish to visit me again sometime, you could. And I would like to have that as an option more than not. My request here is a selfish one, for there is little I can offer in exchange, other than that little companionship is worth. Perhaps I could lull you to sleep once in a while. Who knows? You could always try to sell the Beyonder Crystal for a reasonable sum somewhere. Or something to that end. There must be someone out there with an interest in this thing. So then, you have heard my little sad proposition. What do you say?
Hell yeah! Why not? Sandra has proved to be a kindred spirit. You'd rather not part ways with her.
You grasp the Yonder Crystal and set it into the folds of your clothing. Sandra senses this and makes a sound, as though surprised. Thank you, reader. She's at a loss for a moment. Then, let us go then, from this place. Go, and face your last remaining adversaries. May you crush them under heel and achieve the outcome which you seek. I believe you shall prevail. She disappears into the stone, for now. You took the Beyonder Crystal with you.
Keep it with you. It's kind of odd not having it on the table. Alright, commence the final liberation.
You have gained the summit of Mount Elodiel for the 7th time. Very few stars remain above to light your way as you await the commencement of the final liberation rite. Lone Minstrel finds you clutching the Book of Rites, seeking there, perhaps, some bit of wisdom that has eluded you thus far.
Reader, we may not have a chance to speak again after this. I may have to go. I wish to say that I am grateful for having made your acquaintance, and I shall remember you with fondness. I wish you well, this night and always. Go forth with glory.
Then, he looks up and he extends his hand in friendship. You clasp it. You see Faye has joined you. All of your companions are there with her, in fact. Oh, hi, mister. The others, they said that they wanted me to join them and come talk to you. So, here I am. The scribes are watching us.
It is strange for me to say, given the circumstances of our meeting, reader, but it has truly been a pleasure. Onward, now. Let us achieve our plan. That didn't go up with Pamitha. Oh well.
Ooh, that's what I was wondering.
It's fine. We're fine.
No, like...
I'm sure it just doesn't update because of this point in the story.
Well, I thought that it went from 82 to 87.
No, that
Pamitha.
was... Oh, did it go from 87 to 90? I don't know. It was high because of Tizo. Whatever.
Reading one, thou art both wiser and less irritating than most others of thy kind. We have learned something from thee, and we are grateful. You look upon your fellow exiles, your companions, with whom you have withstood the downside, and with whom you shall now conduct this final rite.
Tariq's hat is monstrously large.
Mm-hmm.
Begging your pardon, but my time has come. We shall see each other soon.
He departs. After this night, the outcome of Wolfred's plan, the plan of which you have all been a part, shall be decided one way or another. For now, all you can do is strive to prevail against your final adversaries, so that one last companion may go free. You rise to join your fellow exiles as the last remaining stars ignite. The final liberation rite of this age shall now commence.
Let us stand together.
And you're sure about this?
Yeah. I think I am.
Look, for one last time, upon the fall of Solium, dear reader. Hear me for one last time. For soon, the few remaining stars shall fade away, leaving you stranded there for your remaining days in that forsaken land where you deserve to be. The rabble that you roused here in the Commonwealth shall be put down. The exiles whom you liberated, all shall fall in line. But first, let us get on with this last liberation rite. You face none other than yourselves. Each so unlike the glorious nightwings of yore. 'Tis a shame that one of you shall soon be free, for you deserve each other.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. But before the lone minstrel can concur as per the custom...
Not another word. The demon Orlick slowly raises his clawed fingers to his mask. The false Nightwings have arrived at last. Long have I awaited this. My freedom was once stolen from me. Then I was cheated of it. Here upon this mountaintop. You may now attempt to take it from me once more.
He stands there for a moment, silent. Then, Orlick dons his mask and stands prepared.
May these damned rites cease, forever, for the misery which they caused.
Nightwings, we shall not meet again after tonight, for the cycle of the rites is all but ended. Thus, I would have your decision. On whose behalf shall you conduct this final liberation rite? The one whom you anoint, or else the exile Orlick shall be returned.
Godspeed, reader. You know what is at stake better than I. I have utmost faith in you to make the best decision and conduct this rite with glory.
Nightwings, the star's remaining light grows dim. Your decision, please. It is time now to choose who, if anyone among you, shall go free this one last time. The rest of you shall remain on the downside to the end of your days. One by one, you meet the gazes of each of your fellow exiles. Faye, Wolfred, Bertrude, your fellow exiles, your companions, your friends. Together, you've come this far, but now, the downside and the Rites conspire to tear your group apart and disrupt your plan. Are you prepared to choose this one last time?
Huh.
But who would make the decision for you?
I kind of want to say no.
What is the little text thing that goes along with it?
It seems both cruel and unfair to have to make such a decision. Is there no other way? Or the fate of your friends in the Commonwealth may hinge on the decision you are about to make. I want to say no just to see what happens.
Really?
Maybe. I mean, what's it gonna do? Game over us?
I think maybe they each say something.
Yeah. Let's say no.
Having to make this last decision is unconscionable. It is too much. You hesitate, but then you sense a reassuring voice enter your thoughts.
Do not give in, reader. Do not give in. We stand with you. The choice you are about to make, however you shall go about, and whatever the outcome, we understand. And so, you need not hesitate, and you need not explain. So please, trust in yourself. For all the rest of us, we trust in you.
You reconsider what you are about to do. You cannot back down.
Alright, there we go.
But, with a glance, you reassure your fellow exiles that you know what to do.
One final opportunity for salvation.
Roster bio updated. Let's see what...
For the rest of you.
Orlick. Bio. Okay.
Why was he exiled? We don't know.
So that's it. We actually do know. So he was a physician. Mind and body, ceaseless list of vague concerns. Those administering mercy were among the most cherished of individuals in the Commonwealth. Okay. Crime, insubordination, refused a direct order to return to tending casualties on the blood border. And insurrection. The records show that he harbored sympathies for the enemy and showed no love for the country. He's been down here for 18 years.
Whoa, wait. So he didn't want to help save...
Yeah, so let's read it. He was repulsed by what he saw on the blood border, which sowed in his heart a yearning for a greater peace. He tried to use his influence to negotiate a treaty with the High-Wing remnants, but not everyone was swayed. One day he received direct orders to return to the front. When he refused to soil his hands again, they cast him down. There, in time, he became affiliated with the Nightwings, and grew to become one of their finest Rites conductors, until tragedy struck, and he was left clinging to life at foot of the Sacred Mountain. Probably at the foot of the Sacred Mountain. Wolfred. Long have I dreamed that I might someday see this plan of ours come to fruition. I promise you that I shall make the most of it, if we are to prevail.
Your choice is cast. As for your other companions, you sense a clarity of thought and purpose in each of them. They stand ready to support Wolfred, as well as you.
Who shall strive for him?
Blessed are the scribes, who grant to me and all of us this final chance, that we might free our dear friend Wolfred.
Bertrude.
Thy will is ours, Reading One. Let the remaining stars shed their last light upon our ceremony here.
Predictably decided.
Those are my adversaries, then. And who is it, I wonder, who asserts his will over that group?
You sense Orlick searching for you, almost reaching out to you.
You. The shadow of the false Nightwings. They're nothing to me but you. You who would relinquish your liberty for the sake of them. Strange. It is fitting, then, that I should have to face one such as you.
Then Orlick stands at the ready, signaling for his two allies to do the same.
By the light of dawn, the cycle of the Rite shall cease. Let us see if we can finish this ordeal before that time.
The sky above begins to shudder. The final liberation rite is about to commence. Tariq,
I am prepared, Celeste.
Then let our song this evening shake the stars themselves.
Aye, Celeste. Let us make sure of it.
Begin. The final chance at liberation for the age.
Maximum stamina.
Nice.
Yes. You wear the raiments once again. I could not simply stand by and do nothing, Orlick. Yet that is what you did. When we last stood together on this blasted mountain, I fell. You simply stood. Orlick, what shall it take for you to be convinced I took no part in your betrayal?
Orlick seems to consider the question, but only for a moment.
Give me my damn freedom. Let me prevail here and now. Would you promise to uphold our plan, to bring about a better Commonwealth?
Orlick and Wolfred's dream to one day see the Commonwealth turn a surer course.
We shall stand together shoulder to shoulder as the scribes themselves once stood, Wolfred to Orlick. No, I make no promises. I owe you nothing. Then I am sorry, Orlick. My love of country comes before all else. More than your freedom and our friendship is at stake. Your love be damned, Wolfred. Let us stand as adversaries then.
Do you think he'll really have a change of heart if he's allowed to win?
Yeah, probably. Hex of defeat. Right, if theirs is bigger than ours. The sky rains ash. Soon shall your Pyre's own mingle with them.
Just then, the skies above begin to rain down fire, the final throes of the cycle of the rites, and the ending of the age. What?
Numbing gust. That's okay.
I suppose you'll have to do your math to make sure you don't accidentally take them out.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about it. More or less.
22.
Yeah, so she's 22. Just enough.
Whoa.
Huh. Yeah, unfortunately I kind of need Bertrude to score here. Okay, 27. So we can do one more with Faye. Ha! So the false night wings bear their fangs at last. But that cannot be your finest effort. You think you deserve your freedom more than I? Then fight for it, damn you.
How he has changed, that Orlick. Grown old and bitter all these many years.
What? Aw, oh, come on, I overshot. Oop.
Another banishment.
Boop.
Oh, they're passing.
Boop.
Oh, you got...
I goofed. That's okay. Can't really stop how fast she is. Okay. And there we go.
Orlick stands, breathing heavily. He looks back on the thin lick of flame that is his smoldering pyre, before turning his attention back to your triumvirate. So you're just gonna let him pass? We're just gonna see the stupid things he does. What?
That is almost worth it in and of itself, just watching them be stupid.
I just hope he didn't have to do this where they score, you score, they score, you score.
Well, it's too late now.
I know.
Flames grow weak.
But anything All of you shall rot here. You shall rot, as I have all these many years. You, false Nightwings! You who would deny me once again my rightful liberty. You who would deny that liberty to all of those triumvirates you face, and vanquish under the guise of the traditions of those blasted scribes. Come, let us continue with this glorious affair.
I understand letting him win for this, but it just seems...
Weird? Yeah.
The little thing is like...
It seems wrong, but at the same time, literally none of the people left on my team, I wish to have freed. Like...
Well, that dude seems to like it. Our Androbolus,
yeah,
whatever.
But like...
'Tis wrath, not glory, now which drive that Orlick.
Is this really right?
I don't know.
Because...
I don't know, Shell, but...
Your pyre weakens.
Because he just seems to be relishing all this and doesn't have, like... I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but...
Your pyre's flames now threaten to die out at any more moment. Orlick makes a sound like laughter, but says nothing as he prepares one last assault against your side.
I don't know if this is right, but... all of the characters that I have remaining are the ones that I want to stay behind anyway. You know?
Why do you want them to stay behind?
Because Volfred doesn't need to go up. Like, he'd like to see his plan succeed, but he said he was fine staying here. And Faye, well, I mean, obviously it's too late to choose her, but she's staying because she didn't belong up there to begin with and seemed to enjoy her life down in the
And Bertrude wanted to stay where Volfred was.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for me, I feel like splitting up this group is actually the worst, because Faye will end up kind of with what's-his-face.
I just hope that Orlick is thankful
I
after
hope
all
so
of
too.
this.
I hope so too. But
'Cause
also, he deserves it. Even if, like, he's twisted by time and grief and loss and stuff, he was meant to go up. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with it because... Why? Why? You giant boob lord.
And there it is, at last. The true Nightwings proved their worth. It could have been you, Nightwings, but alas. Thus ends the Liberation Rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen...
Volfred hangs his head. Orlick appears, his head bowed. For someone who has triumphed, you sense no pride in him.
You posed a reasonable threat. Now farewell.
You look upon Orlick for what you'd expect shall be the last time. Any moment now, the Shimmer Pool shall engulf him. Any moment now, he shall regain his freedom and return unto the Commonwealth he has not seen in half a lifetime. Any moment now, the cycle of the Rite shall end, until at least the dawn of a new age. Any moment now.
And thus, the scribes have chosen. And thus, the scribes have chosen. And thus, the scribes have chosen. No. Nightwings. Reader, what have you done?
Nothing happens. Soon, Orlick tenses up. Each prior time upon the Foal of Solium, the Shimmer Pool has opened, following the Liberation Rite, and taken in whichever exile prevailed. But now, all is still, and the light of the stars above has all but died. You sense a growing fear that it is already too late. The Shimmer Pool shall not reveal itself again. Orlick laughs to himself.
The 8 scribes saved their greatest treachery for last.
Then, something else catches his notice.
Wait.
A sudden rush of starlight cascades through the stillness of the summit. The shimmer pool has appeared again, different, somehow, but open. Orlick looks upon it, but it does not engulf him, or at least, not yet.
It seems I was mistaken then. The 8 scribes, this is not their greatest treachery, it's the greatest jest. The shimmer pool is flung wide open. It seems that all are worthy now of freedom.
And just then, Wolfred approaches.
What are you saying, Orlick? That we can all return?
Wolfred moves closer to the shimmer pool, but... Halt, Wolfred. It is a warning. Wolfred recognizes it as such and heeds it. The shimmer pool has lost most of its strength. You step inside, and you shall surely perish in its current. Of that, I can assure you.
All this time, I never noticed she had this, like, weird dumb...
No, that's Orlick's horns. She doesn't have an anime swirl.
I thought she had it for a second. I'm like, wait a sec. What? Have I just been blind?
No, it's Orlick's curly horns, okay?
I was like, what?
She does not have an anime swirl.
Oh, yep.
Orlick shakes his head.
Then I am cheated once again.
No, the shimmer pool is revealed, and one of you may return, as planned. But, Orlick, as the victor of this liberation rite, at the end of an age, the choice of who is to return is no longer decided, but is yours. Having to choose from those anointed ere the last light of the stars is extinguished, and the rites draw to an end, this is the final trial of the scribes.
The final trial of the scribes. All that remains then is for me to choose myself. Is that what you're saying?
If that is to be your choice, then yes.
Why would? How is this even a choice? What reason would I have to?
Orlick, make your decision quickly, lest it shall be forfeit. I do not know for how much longer the light of the star shall offer you this gift.
Why do I hesitate? To have come this far, to have regained what ought to have already been mine all those years ago. Why now would I hesitate to claim my right? The final trial of the scribes.
Orlick is lost in thought.
Reach out to him.
As Orlick struggles with the implications of the choice he has to make, you reach out to him, maintaining calm. Soon he becomes aware.
You. Shadow of the false Nightwings, I sense you lurking in the edges of my thoughts. Begone, you venture to a place more desolate than the one to which you have been exiled.
But you remain with him. Soon your thoughts are known to him as well.
You. All this time you stood by them, clinging all the while to your faith that you, yourself, could be free someday. How foolish. And Wolfred, the remorse he expressed to me then, it was genuine. This plan of yours, back when we stood together in the rites, it was our plan.
Then Orlick seems to pull back from you and returns to his senses.
My choice is made.
Then please, declare it. He turns to you.
You there, shadow of the false Nightwings. I would have you begone from here, back to the Commonwealth. Go, return and realize that plan.
The Gate Guardian studies him, betraying no emotion.
The freedom I have sought, my desire for it is unlikely to be sated in the Commonwealth, which cast all of us here.
The Gate Guardian turns to you as well. Reader of the Nightwings, quickly please, do you accept the burden and the outcome of this choice? You look toward Wolfred, who regards you with such understanding that leaves no room for doubt. Your choice, reader? This is interesting. So this is probably the only way in the game you're able to go up yourself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it would seem wrong to have him insist that Volfred go up.
Yeah, no. Volfred is a no. If we leave Orlick down here, he and Volfred probably get to be friends again.
He has no love for the Commonwealth either. I just don't know. Like, it seems selfish to
Take it.
take it. At the same time, we gave it to him. I don't know. This is weird.
No, you go. No, you go. Be my guest. No, be my guest. I
suppose you didn't read all the little
I
hinty
think-
ending things.
What? No, I only knew that this was a potential, that you could get Orlick to change his heart by having a narrow loss to him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's let Orlick go free. We went through all this work to get him free. And my thoughts are, from like a purely role-playing perspective, the reader could just as easily just hang out with Faye and Volfred and Bertrude. You know? Whereas, like, he has no real place among the people of the Commonwealth.
I'm just wondering how that will influence the ending, because it would be... Okay, so on one hand, it would be fine if we all are just sitting down here and Androbolis is like, you guys down there, it turns out your efforts have succeeded. Or maybe a drive imp, like, flies down messenger imp from above and sends good word.
We'll find out.
Or we could, like, go up there and help.
Let's
but
let
you want to
let's let Orlick go free. I legitimately feel bad for the guy, like, through and through.
You cannot accept something like this, or rather cannot face the thought of taking someone's freedom for yourself. The truly free would never abide such an exchange. The freedom to be gained here belongs to Orlick. He prevailed in the final liberation rite. Orlick says nothing for a time. Then,
I see. Well then, very, very well. I understand your point of view. Thus, I choose my freedom.
you sense his mind is set. In this same instant, it feels to you as though he is set free. Then it is done. Orlick stands very still, although his features seem to soften just a little, and then he is gone. Orlick regained his freedom. Accept this, for it is done.
Godspeed, Orlick. By the scribes. No stars remain aloft. The cycle of the rites. It is finished. The Commonwealth. What shall become of it? What shall become of us? Nightwings. The opportunity to gain your freedom from the downside. Was it not enough?
That night, the exile Orlick returned to the Commonwealth. He was to be the last. The stars had faded, and the cycle of the rites had run its course. He found the Commonwealth in great upheaval. Spurred by the efforts of 6 liberated exiles, Wolfred Sandalwood's revolutionary plan had incited the masses. These exiles, and the starless sky, portended the return of the scribes. The people surged into the streets, shoulder to shoulder. Led by the 6 exiles, their voices shook the heavens. The leadership of the Commonwealth panicked. No blood was shed that night, and by dawn, it was over. The leaders of the Commonwealth had cast themselves back into exile, or joined in this new cause. Thus, in its 838th year, the Commonwealth had fallen. The new Sovereign Union declared its sovereignty in the next year, Among the changes its elected leaders ushered in, they vowed never to cast their people into exile. And they abolished the old Commonwealth decree forbidding literacy. Today, we still remember all of this. And we remember the exiles of the downside. Those deeds led to the dawning of our age, whether they returned or not.
Oh, we get to see what happened to everybody.
Interesting. Well, let's start from the bottom.
Okay, give me a second.